When Half-Life came out back in the late 90s, it spawned a ton of cool multiplayer mods that I'm sure you're aware of, one of which being Day of Defeat, which subsequently was released as a standalone product in 2003, similar to how Counter-Strike was released as a standalone product. So today we're going to hop in and see, can you still play Day of Defeat? Let's get started. Alright, so this is Day of Defeat. As I kind of mentioned in the intro, this originated as a mod for Half-Life, and then later on became its own full-fledged release. This game in particular focused on a World War II setting, and it actually came out around the time that Battlefield 1942 came out, and so a lot of critics and players back in the day compared it pretty directly to that. Now, unlike that game, you don't have drivable vehicles and stuff, but honestly, I've been playing this game for like the past night to kind of get ready for this video, and I'm not lying when I say this, it might be the most fun I've had playing a game for this Can You Still Play series. Like, just the way the mechanics of the guns kind of work a little bit like Counter-Strike, so I'm familiar-ish with them to just, I don't know, it's just so much fun like running around and just gunning people down with the different guns, and we'll go through a handful of different guns throughout the video. Obviously, I'm not a super experienced Day of Defeat player. I didn't play this back in the day, so I can't tell you like the best classes for sure, but I can kind of tell you what I've been enjoying. And so right now we're using the bolt action rifle, and I just got shit on. But basically, this is a one-shot kill. So similar to Counter-Strike, or honestly just Half-Life, which it's a mod of, so I should just refer to it that way. But similar to Half-Life, you're going to want to not be moving mostly when you're shooting, or you're going to want to be crouching. Otherwise, there are pretty big inaccuracy penalties. Oh, we just got that guy out of the sky. And so you kind of have to like move around, counter strafe, you know, crouch a little bit to get good accurate shots on. But when you do have accurate shots with this gun, it just kills people. So it's pretty fun to use. It's kind of rewarding, and it's pretty satisfying to get nice little multi-kills with it, just kind of doming people. Or you don't even have to dome them, really, you just like body shot them. So the main mode that we're playing right now, oh, we got a collat! But the main mode that we're playing right now, and I don't know necessarily all of the modes in this game, I've mostly honestly played this game mode, but it kind of reminds me of, I think it's called Control from the Battlefield series, where there's a certain amount of points and each team fights to control all the points, and that's how you win, and you just push through like to try and capture them in order. I don't know if I'm describing that very well, but that's kind of the gist of this game mode. And so as you can see in the top left, it kind of shows where the axis, or the red flag, it shows how many of the sites that you control, and then you just kind of push through and you try and control them all, and then once you cap them all, you win, or the game times out. And the games honestly last a while, but you can drop in and out pretty easily. It's not like you need to play entire games or anything like that. But one thing that's really cool about this game, and we've talked about this in other Can You Still Play videos, is one of the main reasons that you can still play it despite a pretty small player base in this day and age is the fact that it's server browser based, and you can just look on the server browser and find matches. I believe that this server is pretty vanilla, if not straight up vanilla. Like I said, I didn't play Day of Defeat back in the day, so I don't have total confidence to say that, but it seems pretty vanilla to me. But there are other servers that I saw on the server list that are fairly modded, or at the very least have modded maps, and maybe we'll check one of those out toward the end of the video. I will say it was kind of weird when I hopped into this. Most Half-Life games are Source Engine games, which I think technically this predates the Source Engine, but you can b-hop in all of them. In this game, you cannot. If you jump, there's a stamina bar in the top left, and you can only jump about 2 times, and then you run out of stamina. All right, I hopped over to the MP40 class to kind of show you guys this one, and the MP40 class, it's really, really fun, like short and mid-range. You can actually get really fun spray downs, kind of like that. The downside, though, is that when people are farther away, especially on this map where there's that window that I keep getting shot from, it's kind of hard to push those people out of the window with this gun just because you don't have the range. Because one thing that's really, really noticeable in this game is the machine guns have a lot of recoil, especially if you're moving or you're not crouching or prone. Now this is just one of the regular assault rifles, but they do actually have 2 light machine gun classes too. And now those have even more recoil. You actually have to mount them on cover to basically be able to shoot at all, which I'm not a huge fan of. Like, I think it's kind of clunky, but it is kind of cool that this game has like different mechanics. Every modern shooter these days, it seems like you can kind of just run and gun with everything. Like, you play Call of Duty, you're using a light machine gun, but you're still sprinting around, you're still doing all that. Oh, there we go. Oh, dang it. I legitimately wish I had played this game back in the day when it was in its prime. I think I would have really enjoyed it. Unfortunately, while Day of Defeat did have its fan base back in the day, it never quite caught on like Counter-Strike did, and so after Day of Defeat and then Day of Defeat Source, it kind of just fizzled out from there. Obviously, there are still some people playing those 2 games, but it doesn't have the modern game like Counter-Strike does with Counter-Strike Go or anything like that. Oh, I think I shot my teammate. I'm so sorry. One thing that I've noticed about this game, actually similar to a lot of the other games in this series, is the community is really cool. You'll see people talking in chat that clearly know each other because the community is kind of smaller, and they're pretty helpful. Although I did join a server earlier and they kept booting me, and I have no clue why because they wouldn't tell me, and then they just banned me from the server. So wasn't a huge fan of that. So I don't know if like I was doing something wrong or what. Thought it was weird they were playing on a publicly joinable server and then just instantly booting me, but I guess it is what it is. Oh, there we go. Oh, we are in a good ass spot. Never mind. Apparently they can spawn behind me. Oh god, there's so many. Reload. No. Oh, look at that spray. Dude, spraying people down in this game is so much fun. Also, I think it's hilarious that this game just uses like the standard Half-Life announcer. Every time I hear it, it makes me chuckle a little bit. Oh no, I choked. Oh no, we did it. We cleaned it up. The gunplay in this game is old as heck, but it is really enjoyable. I can't put my finger on why I enjoy it so much. One thing I like to do in all these Can You Still Play videos, or honestly just video games in general, is snipe. However, not a huge fan of the sniping mechanics in this game, unlike the regular machine gun. So as you can see, it takes a long ass time to scope in. You really can't quick scope like you might be used to from a Call of Duty or just a lot of modern shooters. And when you're scoped in like this, you move unbelievably slow. But it does seem pretty useful for holding long sight lines, or if you're set up on a site or something like that, because you do still one-shot people, so it's not like sniping is bad or anything. It's just, I enjoy games more where you can kind of run and gun while you snipe, and I understand that's totally unrealistic and arcadey, but I think Call of Duty has kind of ruined me on that front. If I can't run around, jump in, and quick scoping, then honestly, I'm probably not going to really enjoy sniping in that game. Got him. See how long it took me to... Oh, we're fucked. Oh, no. Oh, yeah. So for the hell of it, I switched over to one of the light machine gun classes. I don't enjoy playing as this class at all. I think it's really boring because you have to set up. But look at this. So if you aren't set up on cover, this is what happens when you shoot. Like, I can't even control it if I'm pulling my mouse all the way down. But what you do is you deploy on sandbags and whatnot, and then there's no recoil. So it's honestly extremely strong for holding choke points and whatnot. But like I said, kind of with sniping, I'd rather run around and run and gun a little bit. Oh my god, this is the setup. Oh, this is... Okay. I apparently have overheated my gun. If you played Day of Defeat back in the day, or hell, you still play it, kind of let me know what your favorite class is, or just kind of what the meta is like a little bit in this game, because I'm sure it has a meta with it being class-based. Oh, I can't see shit, but I got a double. Oh, I got a triple. I'm hitting all the sand and it's just shooting everywhere every time I shoot. I feel so dirty just literally sitting here on this sandbag just mowing people down. Let's see if we can move up. Alright, so the last main type of class in this game is the rocket launcher classes. Each side has one of them, and basically it just gives you a rocket launcher that you can use. And not a huge fan of this class either, but yeah, basically that's the gist of it. You just have to ADS and then you can shoot it, and it also gives you like a machine gun, or I guess on this side it's a semi-auto weapon. I love the little tips in the corner. Those are hilarious. Oh, there we go. I've been playing this map honestly all night because it appears to be the only map this server plays. And I've played Axis every time. This is actually the first time I've played the Allies. It's different going like up the hill instead of down it. All right, I hopped into another server here just for a little bit, kind of check out a different map. This one has like a different snowy aesthetic, which, I don't know, different than the last map. I don't really have a whole ton to say about... What is that announcer? I don't really have a whole ton to say about the map design in this game. It seems like early 2000s map design for sure, but I'm kind of curious, if you played this game and you played Battlefield 1942 in the past, let me kind of know which one you preferred, because I know they were pretty heavily compared, and one of the big knocks against this game is, unlike Battlefield 1942, there aren't usable vehicles in this game, and it's just an infantry focused game, so that's definitely a lot different. It's just so cool jumping back into games like this, because games have changed so much in the past 20 years. It's just crazy hopping back into a game from the early 2000s and just kind of experiencing it. So this game you can pick up super cheap. It's still playable. And honestly, I've been having a blast the past couple nights playing it. I do honestly recommend playing Day of Defeat. It's worth the experience. There we go. Oh, there's so many. Alright, that's going to do it for the video though, guys. So I hope you enjoyed it. I actually had a ton of fun playing Day of Defeat. But as always, if you enjoyed the video, you know what to do. If you want to catch me live, I stream over on Twitch a few times a week, playing different games, mostly FPS games. And other than that, you can also follow me over on Twitter. And with that said, I'll see you all next time.